So I mean, you got some friends doing some cool stuff, but are there any like collabs that you're like, yeah, this is like my like dream collab? Like if I could like work with like a few select artists, like who would they be?
Oh yeah, whoa. That was a nice transition too.
Yeah, yeah.
What's it called? So like in I guess a vaporwave adjacentness scene, probably like Saint Pepsi.
That'd be tight.
I actually met Saint Pepsi like at Econ 2. That was really cool. But we only talked a little bit. It was more just like, you know, the dynamic was like fan, like, hey man, like you're cool. Like, what kind of music or what kind of food do you like? But I mean, like more just because it would go full circle, you know what I mean? Just to be able to collab with them or do something with them. You know, we've already collabed. I need to. It's been on my to-do list to do more collabs with Vaporwave, just because I listen to his stuff like every single day, and I really like it. So it'd be cool to do more collabs with them.
Yeah.
And then Vaporwave adjacent, I would love to go all the way back and like collab with like Takeo Onuki. Because like I think her album Sun Shower is like one of my favorite albums of like all time. Yeah. And then Tatsuro Yamashita, of course. I don't know if I'm saying their names right. So good. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but like it would just be cool to be like, hey, look, you made this music back in the 80s. Look what we're doing with it 40 years later. What do you think? What are we missing? You know, y'all know when you made you know, so that'd be really cool. And then kind of just like way out there, just again, because I have that like LA beat maker kind of like ingrained in me. Yeah. Someone like Knowledge of Mind Design would be really cool. That'd be and like it's funny too, because I like you just being degrees, you know, since we're in the same area, like you have so many degrees of separation from some people. It's like, oh, you know, maybe who knows. And then also just artists like, I mean, I can go like, you know, dream artists, like literally in my dreams, like probably like Thundercat. Oh yeah. Because, you know, he's Thundercat and Flying Lotus. And then other people like just other beat makers that are like trying to do the come up like Bad Snacks. I'm a huge fan of them. Like both their YouTube and their music. So nice stuff like that would be really cool. Yeah, dude, I can't imagine working with Thundercat. Like even if Thundercat just sent you like a few stems of like his like bass lines, like oh man, just that alone you'd be able to like work with for like ages. Like, that'd be fucking incredible. I'd probably freeze up under pressure. Like whoa, like what if I did it wrong?
I don't want to chop here because like what if you had some secret like notes or something? I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that'd still be ridiculous. Or like if you just like sampled something and he played a bass line over that. Yeah, that'd be like that'd be cool too. Yeah, man, that'd be incredible. But yeah, so I mean, you've done like the live shows and stuff like that, and you've mentioned that you've done a lot of traveling for like work, and you've always been kind of like put off of traveling. But like, have you ever been on a tour, or like, would you want to do a tour?
Yeah, dude, I wish. That'd be super cool because I like playing shows and like meeting people that like my music, or just making new people and stuff. But yeah, that would most likely be like a when and if I do music full time type of thing, just because then I'd have the time to be like, all right, cool, gonna be flying around, flying and stuff.
That'd be tight. Yeah, or taking a van, you know.
Oh yeah,
that's a classic. Yeah,
the classic.
Just get a big ass van. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
it probably like it's one of those things that sounds really cool, but like everyone that tours is always like, man, it's like rough because you're like sitting in a van for fucking hours, but. I don't know. It's also, I guess, what you make of it. It depends on like who you're touring with too. True. Like if you had to like drive across the U.S. and tour by yourself, that'd probably suck. But if you got like the homies with you, I think that'd be tight.
Yeah, definitely.
So I mean, and if you did set up a tour, like if you did have a tour, like what kind of stuff would like fans expect? Like if I was going to a Groovy Kaiju show, you know, what would be on the tour?
So probably like what to expect. So one thing that was really cool is that, like, again, I think I was talking about Frank Javsey earlier. Yeah. They came to the show just like on a whim, like it was before we actually like started hanging out a lot more and stuff. Yeah. And they were just like, dude, like the bass in your music sounds way better on the speaker. So, like they were just taken aback by like the sound quality. Yeah. But probably like another big thing is that like there were some other buddies of mine in the scene that like, again, I don't want to like dox too many people just because should ask them before I say the name, but so I'm not going to, but I've been talking to them on Twitter a bit, and it was cool that they also live in the area. They came to the show, and I've been talking to them like, for like a while now, and it was cool to meet them in person, and it was like super chill, and they were like, yeah, want to go to Japan, and I'm like, Japan's dope, let me know if you need any recommendations, and they were like, bet. Nice. You know what I mean? And then another thing is too, is just meeting people I'd never even met before that I never even knew existed that like my music, and like what's cool about them too is that they like brought a few friends, and we all got to hang out, and it was like, it was cool, you know what I mean? And it was like, and I remember, so I don't, I don't think I remember the quote verbatim, but like, I can almost, I can promise you this, and maybe one day I'll like, if someone needs like the verification, I'll get them for you. But I remember they were like, dude, like, I'm so glad I came because like, I knew you were going to be cool, but I didn't think you'd be this cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, oh, thanks, man. I'm just chilling, just hanging out. Yeah. And, cool in the sense of just like, just hanging out and get to know people. You know? Yeah. I think it might just become from like the developer relations work. Right. Not that's the reason why I'm cool, or not again. I don't want to say like, oh, I'm so cool, but like, I'm very extroverted. As a person, and with the developer relations stuff, I just learned how to like, I guess, in crowds be like, hey, what's up? Yeah. You know what I mean? Definitely. And like no one ever taught me that, just kind of like I always, I guess, maybe had it. I was born with it. But
it's not Maybelline.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we should born. But yeah, so it was just like, it's just really cool to like meet people in person. So I guess bringing all the way back, if you were to come, probably just really dope sound quality, really fun time, and then we could always like hang out. If it's like a small show, definitely I'm down to be like, yo, what's good? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Like especially based off of like the FTG show. Like speaking like to vouch for sound quality, like I parked and I couldn't find the venue, but then I just heard all of the bass, and I was like, that's where I need to go. And it was just like I could just follow the music, and then once you got like into the venue, it was just so badass to just hear the kicks thumping, like just everything balanced out so well. Like whoever was mastering the sound that night, they were killing it. Yeah. So that was badass. And just the whole vibe of the show too, like afterwards, like once everyone got out, they're all just like hanging out, chilling, which is really, really cool because, for like a community like Future Funk or Vaporwave, which is very internet based, it's cool to like actually have like a physical manifestation of the people around you, like, oh shit, you're like XYZ from Discord, like, oh fuck, like that's cool, like I think that's really, really cool, like I like there's one point too when we're hanging out when people like came up to me and they're like, oh wait, you're NetNavi? And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, that's cool, So it's cool to like actually get to know your community. So I mean, yeah, if you like are into Future Funk and Vaporwave and all of that and you want some dope music and you want to hang out with some cool people that are into the same things, definitely check out a show, Yeah. If you don't have any homies to go with, make some homies when you're there. Yeah. And honestly, I'll even like put it out there, like not even just my show. Like if you go to like any Vaporwave show, it's usually a good time. I mean, I haven't been to every single one, so I can't vouch for everyone, but like especially the ones put on by Pacific Plaza. Oh yeah. You're guaranteed almost a good time. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have some good people there.
And to your point of like, I guess to both of our points of earlier of me, saying things like, we like the same music because we've had the same nostalgic experiences. Yeah. So those people are more than likely like you. So like, even if like, I don't know, there's a community there. You know what I mean? Like if every time I run into someone, I'm just like, hey, what's your name? They're like, the coolest person. Like they also are a Vaporwave fan, which is like really trippy. Yeah. But
yeah, so you like always have something to at least talk about. Like you don't know them, but you know that you both like Vaporwave, so you can always just start there and move on from there.
And most of the time like stuff like retro gaming and stuff like that, because it's just what's baked into like the art movement. Right. Yeah. And I'm not gonna say every Vaporwave person's a cool person, because like every community has its bad apples, but for lack of better words, but yeah, I don't know. In my experience, 9 times out of 10 is like
they all pretty rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
So yeah.
Hell yeah.